Hi, everybody. My name is Carol Ranoa, and I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. Lots of national marketing directors out there. That's not unusual, but I did become a National Marketing Director in less than a year without any sales skills, no social media brochures, research hadn't been done yet. My nutritional knowledge was pretty minimal, and on top of that, I'm an introvert. So the deal is that if I can do this, you can do this. Anyone can do this. And I'm going to teach you the skill today that I had to learn that made all the difference in the world. What we do is we find people who have a need that we fill, whether it's with better health or better life options, such as wanting more money, hating their job, hating their boss, whatever. Time freedom, very, very valuable. And more meaning, because we make a difference in people's lives, and that feels really, really good. Because very simply what we do in our business is sign up new customers and build a team that do the same thing. We don't sign up customers necessarily to be distributors, but oftentimes our customers love our products and end up sharing them and seeing that there is a business behind this. So how do we do that? We talk to people. We talk with people. We share information in a way that folks will take a look at what we have with an open mind. Nobody likes to be sold, but everyone likes to buy things, right? So that's our job, is to share information in a way that people will feel empowered to take a look and see if it's a fit for them, and the same with our business. I call the skill behind this the magic keys. We have to unlock that door to find out if there is a need that we can fill without being pushy, without being a salesman, but finding out and be sincerely interested in other people, okay? We all think we know how to communicate, but let's first see where you're at with this. So let me ask you a few questions. Do you consider yourself a good communicator? Do you consider yourself a great communicator? Okay, let's test this out and see where you're really at. So when you're listening to someone, do you think about other things while you're keeping track of that conversation? Do you let your mind wander? Do you think about what you're going to say next? Very often people do that because they feel they must relate to the other person by bringing their own experiences into the conversation. That's not what you want to do, and I'm going to explain to you why. Do you listen with the intent to reply rather than with the intent to understand what they're saying? Okay, I see a lot of you out there nodding your heads. Do you even often break in with your own ideas before the other person has finished talking? Ooh, that's the kiss of death. Let me give you an example now of how assumption of understanding can really mislead us. This young lady went to the doctor for her yearly physical. Her blood pressure was up, her cholesterol was high, and she gained some weight, didn't feel so good. The doctor said eating right doesn't have to be complicated and it would solve her problems. He said, just think in colors. Fill your plate with bright colors. Try some greens, oranges, reds, maybe some yellows, and eat an entire bowl of bright colors. Now, for those of us that are involved with the Juice Plus, what we would go right to fruits and vegetables, I'm sure. And so in our ignorance, we would assume that that's where this woman is going. But instead, this is where she went, because this was where her point of reference was at. See, the problem is we're not hard of hearing. We're hard of listening. Listening and really with understanding. You have to be more interested in learning about them instead of telling them about you. You have to be interested, not interesting. Okay? So that's the skill, the magic keys in communication that I'm going to teach you now. How do you start a conversation being authentically interested in somebody else? So let's start with our friends, our family, our acquaintances. Opening up a conversation. So how are things going? What's happening with you? What are your plans for the new year? How's the family? What's new? There's no yes and no questions here. Okay? It's honestly, authentically interested in how their life is working, what they're doing, and how things are going. Be sincerely interested. Okay? So then how would an opening conversation look with a stranger? Because the difference between a cold and a warm market is a smile, 5 minutes, and being sincerely interested. So let's say you're in a bank or it doesn't really matter, anywhere where there's people around you. You smile at them with teeth. And one of two things is going to happen. They're either going to smile back or they're not. And if they don't, go find someone else to smile at. If they smile back, you make a general or a generic comment. What a beautiful day. Gosh, it looks like rain. This place is so crowded. You just make a comment. Okay, if they answer you back, now they're giving you permission to enter their world, and you may ask a question. Do you come here often? What do you think of this place? Do you recommend it? What do you do? Do you live around here? You're now into a general conversation, and this is how conversations start. Now, as you're into the conversation, you want to expand the conversation by saying things like, tell me about you. Watch how magic that is. They'll tell you everything. You know, if you ask if they work there, if it's someone that's, or whatever they're doing, ask them, how was that career working in this economy? Or how was that business working in this economy? If you're hearing that it's not working so well, ask them what their plans are to change things up. Don't come in with a solution yet. Find out what their thoughts are, where they're going with their life, okay? But reflecting back, and I'm going to teach you how and why in a second, what's really magical is saying, sounds to me as if. What I'm hearing you say is you really are not happy here. Sounds to me as if you're looking for something else. What are you hearing them really say? This skill is called reflective listening. It's like a mirror. It's reflecting back to the person what you've heard them say. It's one of the best ways to improve your relationship with another person. Positive communication requires more than just letting someone say what they want to say without interrupting while politely waiting your turn. Reflective listening combines the skill of active listening. What is active listening? Repeating back to the speaker what you heard, and reflecting, asking questions to clarify their feelings about what they said. This is the first place you want to go to find out if someone has a need we can fill with our products or with our business. See, reflective listening combines active listening, repeating back to the speaker what you heard. Well, what I heard you say was that you don't like your job here or whatever. And if that's not what they said, they'll clarify. And reflecting back is clarifying their feelings. Sounds to me like you're really not happy here, that this is not what your life's goal is. What you're doing is summarizing what the speaker said using their own words. And this is different than paraphrasing, where words and phrases are moved around and replaced to mirror what they said. The reflective listener recaps the message that you're hearing in your own words. Okay? It's really mirroring back for understanding. It's a simple form of reflecting, and it involves repeating almost exactly what the person has said. Short, simple, usually enough just to repeat key words or the last words they spoke. And it shows that you're trying to understand the speaker's term of reference and acts as a prompt for him and her to continue, because that's what you want. You want them to continue talking, and they're going to tell you everything you need to know to see if what you have to offer might be a fit for their lives. But be aware not to over-mirror, as this can kind of be irritating and cause a distraction. Okay? Here's a couple of phrases that you would use. It sounds like, or it sounds to me as if you're really not happy with what you're doing, or it sounds to me like you're having some health challenges. What I'm hearing you say is that there are some challenges going on in your life. I get a sense that maybe you're not real happy. It feels as if. Help me to understand. What I'm hearing is this and what I'm hearing is that. This sounds very kind of crazy, but you want to slow down to speed up. And what I mean by that, you are finding out about the other person, who they are, what they do, and how their life is working. You don't want to come in with a solution, which might be our product or our business, until you hear what they are thinking, what their plans are. Very powerful thing to say is, tell me more about that. I'm hearing you say is this, tell me more about that, right? And then what are you doing to fix it or to change it or to make it better? You want to hear what they've been thinking. Very often they'll say, oh gosh, I really have no idea where to go or what to do. I'm kind of stuck. That's when you can come in offering a possible solution, whether it's the product or the business. I often lead with their life, and so I'll hear that maybe they'd like to do better things with their life. So I'll say, I don't know if this is for you or not. Maybe, maybe not. But I have a business that's growing, and I'm putting together a team. Maybe it might be a fit for you. I don't know. But would you be open to a conversation to see if this might be a fit for you? The very natural place for them to go next is to ask you, what do you do? What do you do? What kind of business do you have? You definitely want to be ready. You want to know what you're going to say. This is what I say. My company is a marketing arm for the Juice Plus Corporation. My company is very powerful because it's a company. It's my company. And I work with the Juice Plus Corporation, a bigger corporation. Immediately I say, have you ever heard of Juice Plus? Fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule and a soft chew for kids. At that point, it's really critical for you to then tell your story, whether it's your product story, how you came to this, or your business story. And we'll go over both of those, and this is what they look like. I first heard about Juice Plus from, and that tells how our business is done, from my friend, my family, my doctor, whatever, a generic reference. And it made sense to me because when you first heard about Juice Plus, it made sense to you. I don't care what else you were going through, what other health challenges, but you knew somehow that you needed more fruits and vegetables in your diet and your family's diet. And that's what you want to say because that's your first response. It made sense to me because I knew I wasn't eating enough fruits and vegetables, and neither was my family. Everybody knows that. You don't have to educate them on fruits and vegetables. They all know they're supposed to eat them, and they all know they're not. And the next part is to share and something that you've experienced, but general results. Since I've been taking it, I have more energy, if that's your truth. I hardly ever get sick. And for me, I always say I'm regular because I know that the whole world is constipated, but they probably won't say it. So now let's see what this looks like in terms of the business. And people have shared with you that they're unhappy and they're open to taking a look at doing something different. Well, I first heard about the business behind Juice Plus because I had been taking Juice Plus and I really was in love with the product and found out there was an opportunity there. Well, it made sense to me because, like you, I was not happy with what I was doing, and I was looking for changes, or I was looking to supplement my income. I was looking for extra money. And since I've been building my business, I'm putting together a team. I can really see the potential. A lot of people are doing quite well, and I know I can also. I'll also throw in at that time about either the Tower Garden or the Omegas, and I'm really excited. We have a very limited product line, but I'm excited about our one division, our Juice Plus, and then the Tower Garden division, which is a way to grow 28 fruits and vegetables in 30 inches without any dirt. And it grows in half the time, 10 times the nutritional density. Do you like gardening? Now, depending on their response to this, sometimes you'll see them get really excited. I may go further into this. That may be my opening, okay, to get them to take a look at everything we have to offer. All right, and the same with the Omegas, okay? Now I'm going Again, I'm going to go back and say, I don't know if this is for you or not. Maybe, maybe not, but let's get together. Let's explore some ideas. Let me show you what I do. See what you think. Okay, nobody's going to tell you they're closed-minded. So you set that up. What day, time works for you. Get that inked in. Whether you're going to meet for coffee or Zoom together or talk on the phone. A critical next step, though, is this. Before we meet, I want you to go to my websites and check out our product lines or check out the Juice Plus, the Tower Garden, whatever. Because, you know, these products need to make sense to you where there's really nothing to talk about if they don't resonate with you. Okay? And you want to give them a purpose for learning. I was a teacher for 25 years, elementary school, and you always had to give a purpose for learning, a reason for learning. Read the page to find out why the dog bit the little boy. A purpose for learning. So I'll say to them, please be sure to write down questions you have, any thoughts, and also any ideas that you have. Okay? Now, I also want to send them something that is specific to them. So I'm going to say to them, also, give me your email or your text number, and I'm going to send you a link I want you to go to first, especially like, for example, if they're a young mom, okay, I send them Dr. Bill Sears's video, right? Or if they're a science buff or someone that's, you know, would really appreciate the research, send them that, or the Tower Garden, whatever it is. Okay, that's going to lead them to the site. That's going to force them to go to the site so that they will look through it, okay? You want to leave them excited too. I can't wait to see what you think. I really value your opinion. I'm really curious as to what you think, and it could be fun to work together. This whole idea of talking with people is so scary for most people, right? They're so intimidated because they're afraid of what someone else might think. I have trouble even knowing what I think, much less worrying about what someone else is going to think. For example, I hear, well, my friends might think I'm pushy. Here's the deal. Are you pushy? If you're a pushy person, you're going to be pushy with this. That's not going to change. But if you're not a pushy person, you're not going to turn into a pushy person because you're sharing something you believe in. That's ridiculous. Some people feel I don't know enough. It's fruits and vegetables and making money. What do you need to know? Everybody would like to get more fruits and veggies in their diet. Everybody. And they know why to an extent. Their mothers have told them, their teachers have told them. And this is a simple way to get them down. You don't need to know anything beyond that. You don't need to understand antioxidants and this and that because they don't need to know that. Some people are afraid, well, I need to be a salesman. Oh no. Being a salesperson and our perception of that is exactly what you don't want to be. We want to be somebody sharing something that we believe in, letting go of the outcome. I don't know if this is for you or not, but would you be open to some information? Let's just explore it together. Reflective listening is a life skill. It will change every relationship in your life. In addition to your business. Let me give you an example. The husband comes home from work and walks in the door and says, oh, I had the worst day. Our natural inclination is to say, what happened? But you don't want to do that. You want to first acknowledge that you heard them. Sounds to me as if you really had a tough day. They will then say, because you heard them, I did. It was just really the worst. Now you can say, tell me about it. And they will tell you everything, okay? A teenage daughter comes home and wants to do something, go somewhere that you're not comfortable with, and she says, everybody else's mother lets them go. And our natural inclination is to say, well, I'm not everybody else's mother. But that's not what you want to say. First, you want to acknowledge them and honor them, that you heard them. Sounds to me like you feel like I'm the only mom in the world that, wouldn't let their daughter do this. You never let me do anything. Tell me about that. Now, you still may not let them do it, but at least you have heard them, you have acknowledged them as a person and honored them. It makes all the difference in the world. Now, this doesn't come by osmosis. You have to practice. It has to become part of who you are. So when somebody has a problem, you're not immediately solving it. You're saying, sounds to me as if, tell me more about that. Slow down to speed up. I often suggest role-playing with a friend. Go out with a buddy. Talk to 100 people. And don't bring up Juice Plus. You have to let go of any type of agenda. You have to be authentically interested in the other person. Not interesting, but interested in them. Because your business will grow based on how well you reach out and tap into other people's lives and find out about them. So commit to gaining these skills. It's the foundation that will propel your success, but also your life success and your relationships with other people. Because there's two things that you're in total control of in your life. And they're the same two things that will help you grow your business. Communicating well and communicating often. You want to be in business on purpose. You want to be in life on purpose. And you want to live a life that you've designed, not one that is imposed on you. Having enough money in your life gives you choices, lets you make decisions based on what you want your life to look like, not on what you have to settle for. That's all money is. Money gives you the freedom of choice. It isn't about being affluent, and it's just dirty old paper, but it gives you those choices. It gives you the opportunity to live it your way and control your destiny. Rather than giving into, oh, this is my fate and I'll never have enough money, and settling. Why would you settle when you don't have to? So my question to you is, what does your destiny look like for you? When time and money are unlimited, what then will your life look like and be like every day, every week? What will you be able to do for your family, for yourself, for your community? How will you feel when you're in control? This business is a true vehicle. There's no way to fail at this business other than not to do it. It starts with our products and our belief system in sharing and helping other people with their health and with their wealth. So I want to wish you all the success in your life that you will allow yourself to achieve.